Brister throws middle. It's picked off.
Hayward against Davis. It's stolen by Green. Here's Kuzma. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to the GLASSHouse.
I don't know about y'all, but that hit kind of different on Melon.
Yo, I was getting my group, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The whole time I'm on Twitter, I'm just like,
It's like, yo,
you cannot sit still to that song. You cannot sit still.
You can't have no weak track on Melon, man.
If you could just get me like a 7.5 hour run of that, right? So that
I could really put that on the YouTube. Just have the track loop.
Yeah, I want
the whole time like that.
Bet,
bruh.
I will listen to that during my workday. I will just like vibe through my entire workday.
And I've heard through the grapevine that we have a GLASSHouse remix coming. You know what I'm saying? About my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, wait a minute, y'all. Let me introduce ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Vic, aka Mr. Glass. I got the Veep with me. I got D-Ray, the producer, and I got Dizzy with me, knower of all things World of Warcraft and Titanfall and more stuff. I don't know right now, but we're gonna get to this.
He's literally just described everything that I know about.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You forgot she's a knower of hoes.
Both international and American.
She said, "I got hoes."
That's gonna be my new. That's gonna be my new Discord name. I'm gonna throw up there. I'm like Dizzy, knower of hoes, both international and domestic.
Damn.
In Discord.
Say it with your chest. Yo. Hey, Mr. Glass.
King's English.
You know, Mr. Glass, if I could be so bold to jump in, I'm just excited that, man, Blast and Melon app.com has partnered together. Oh,
bang,
man.
bang.
This is beautiful. But if you don't know, Melon is a web-based recording and streaming studio that enables creators to record content. There we go. And go live with ease. Make professional quality content in seconds from your browser. Invite guests and friends to your talk shows. No download required for you or your guests. Tons, and we say tons, of customizations to personalize your show. You can enable live recording and get separate video and audio tracks with exceptional quality. And record either on desktop or mobile. And it's friendly to use. Check out melonapp.com. You will not be disappointed. Back to my man, Mr. Glass.
Shout out to Melon for being a sponsor of Blast, man. Awesome to hear, awesome to see. And those guys, look, man, I'm telling you right now, bro, if you guys could see this thing the way I see it, like from everything like the back end technology, the fact that we can go 1080p with Pam, you can't even do that on Streamlabs.
It's so much nicer what we used before. Like, it's got the dark mode. The last thing we
didn't
have that dark mode, and you like it sounds little, but man, it makes a difference. And it's so much nicer looking. I love this banner we could throw up the top.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of things. Yeah. Melon is on point, no doubt.
Okay, so today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is something that we did a little bit ago, but YouTube didn't really. Well, you know, but we figured some stuff out. My man D-Ray has been behind the scenes, up in his game. You know what I'm saying? We had to level up a little bit to bring out this one, and he's ready to do it. So, Game of Thrones, my personal favorite television show of all time, and we are ready to bring you our favorite moments from the show. Oh man, I'm so excited, guys! This is so it for me.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, shout out to whatever public school system taught Veep how to read, because that was a long promo. Thank you for
I
that.
will work on it. I'll work on it.
No, you did a good job. You did a good job. But here's what we're gonna do. So for the uninitiated, Game of Thrones started how long ago?
Ooh.
I want to
A
say
long time ago in a
2010.
galaxy far, far away.
I was about to say 10, 11 years ago,
Yeah,
maybe.
2010 maybe.
Man,
Yeah.
I feel like yesterday.
Right.
Hi, Jasa.
Oh, my man.
Jay
What's up, dude? Jay Saw in the build. Hey, Jay Saw.
talking about you, bruh.
Facts. Jay Saw, hang out for the Blast Artist of the Week, buddy.
Yes, sir. Okay.
But anyway,
Go ahead, D-Ray.
so yeah, so in 10 years, it's really, really difficult to, catch up on everything that happened and give you a synopsis, especially if you've never watched Game of Thrones before. So our friend Samuel L. Jackson
Mm-hmm.
decided to show up to the GLASSHouse backyard to give us a little bit of background on Game of Thrones.
He's your friend and mine, guys.
Indeed.
Lot to cover, so listen up. The first thing you need to know about this world is, no, not dragons. Fuck those dragons. Focus. The seasons in this place last a ridiculously long time. So when we start this, everyone has just come out of a long summer. So let's just say they ain't too happy about winter coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Stop that. You're making me uncomfortable.
Over in Westeros, Lord Eddard Stark, aka Ned, is asked by his friend, the king, Robert Baratheon, to be the hand of the king, aka right-hand man. Ned doesn't want to go, but that's his boy. So he uproots his family and heads to King's Landing. Nice family, right? Don't get attached. I'm just saying. Over on Essos, the exiled children of House Targaryen want King Robert dead and the throne back in their family. Before Robert, it belonged to their father, the Mad King, who tried to burn everybody in the kingdom to a crisp with wildfire until this motherfucker killed him. Now, he's the king's brother-in-law, the queen's twin brother. Put a pin in that, because that's important. Now, Daenerys Targaryen gets married off to Khal Drogo, leader of the Dothraki, in exchange for using their badass army to take the throne back. At least, that was the plan. Oh, and she got some eggs as a gift. Beautiful, right? Okay, now, the last place you need to know about is this 300-mile-long, 700-foot-high ice wall. The Night's Watch defend the wall against their sworn enemies, the Wildlings. But that's not the only thing they need to worry about. And some time has passed now, and all hell has broken loose because of some things I don't have time to explain. Just know that in all 7 of the kingdoms of Westeros, peacetime is done. Finito. Everybody thinks they should sit on the Iron Throne. This guy, this guy, this guy too. But the guy who's on the throne now is the heir. He's not exactly humble about it either.
The king can do as he likes.
People doubt the legitimacy of his right to the throne because his uncle and mom, the queen, are a little too close. Come on, baby, let's do it tonight.
Yeah.
Remember those lovely eggs? Well, Danny found a way to hatch them. And yes, you guessed it, 3 little dragon babies. Oh, they're so cute. Over on that big ice wall, Jon Snow, Ned's illegitimate son, and the rest of the Night's Watch are really getting worried about the wildlings on the other side. And these motherfuckers are cold. Which is why everybody should be worried about this long-ass winter coming, but instead are too busy fighting. Meanwhile, Dany's dragons finally got bigger. Oh, relax, not that much. She still needs an army if she wants that throne. So she heads over to Slaver's Bay to try and get one. Nobody seems to have any idea that the White Walkers are about to wipe out everybody. The 7 kingdoms, the wildlings, everybody. The only one with a clue aside from Jon Snow seems to be her.
This war of 5 kings means nothing.
Meanwhile, this jerk is still on the Iron Throne. So right now, House Lannister is winning this game.
If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place.
And the only reason they're winning is the wealthy House Tyrell is backing them. So this asshole has to marry her to fuse the families together. So, what happened to all the Starks, you ask? Well, let me tell you, they're not doing so well. Robb, his wife, and his mother, well, let's just say some wedding invitations you should decline. Sansa's stuck in King's Landing with this motherfucker, and Arya teams up with this scary-looking dude to survive. Bran tripping. Meanwhile, nobody's paying attention to Dany, who did pretty well for herself. The dragons are even bigger and can now do some serious damage. She's got thousands of followers and 8,000 of the baddest soldiers in the land. Now that's formation. But she's not the only one who has an army, see? The White Walkers, the scary motherfuckers, they got one too. The Night Watch is trying the best they can to stop them. And remember what I said about winter a few minutes ago? It's almost here, and still ain't nobody ready. Even though they've been saying winter's coming for 4 seasons now. And Cersei thinks she's a good leader, but she ain't. She's pretty much Marie Antoinette in this whole situation.
The people. I think I care.
So the people turn against the leaders and turn to religion, a dangerous one. As for the Starks, well, Arya is working on her revenge dance, and Jon Snow is still with the Night's Watch defending the wall. So, let's look at the wall again, shall we? Remember, Jon knows that the White Walkers, aka Army of the Dead, are coming. And being the good guy that he is, decides to try and save the Wildlands from getting wiped out. The Night's Watch aren't exactly thrilled about this idea, but Jon doesn't care. He's the Lord Commander, and they have to do as they're told. And remember that other battle Jon fought? We didn't have time to show you? That's nothing. Nothing compared to... Man, listen. Trust me. I wish I had time to show you this battle, but it is sick. Anyway, back to Dany. More power, more problems. She's having trouble controlling everybody. The former slaves, the masters, these guys with the masks, even her dragons ain't fans of hers right now. And what's worse, before nobody even knew she had dragons and she wasn't a threat. Now everybody knows she had dragons. And right about now, she could use some solid advice as to what to do next.
I am the gift.
He is, Tyrion. Sure, he's a Lannister and he's a lush, but hey, don't hold that against him.
You're going to advise me.
Now, let's check in on the Stark kids one more time. Sansa can't catch a break and is now stuck in the worst relationship of her life with this dickhead. As for Arya, a girl has decided to boost her skill set by becoming no one. And out of nowhere, Jon Snow's men show him just how much they didn't appreciate risking their lives to try and save the wildling. And of course, we all know what happened next, because it was huge. Huge! Oh, you don't, huh? Wait, what? Oh, sorry, folks. We run out of time. Shame, shame, shame. Because all of this is nothing compared to what we didn't have a chance to get into. The backstabbing, the lying, the cheating, the parts that'll make you feel uncomfortable, parts that will break your heart, epic battles. I mean, you need to see it for yourself. You really do. And, huh? What? Yes, okay, yes, we have dragons. After all that, you still stuck on these fucking dragons? Okay, you want to see a dragon, motherfucker? All right, here you go. Here you fucking go. You happy now?
You gotta love it, man.
That was eloquent.
That was very eloquent.
Oh, actually, you speak so well.
I mean, really, the way that he says "mother." Oh, I'm sorry. I got kids in the room.
I'm too excited.
So, what are your thoughts on that video, Glass?
I think that if you showed that video to somebody who's never seen Game of Thrones, they will go and watch Game of Thrones right away. That was a Game of Thrones hype video like I've never seen before. I mean, it gave you a really good indication of what was about to happen if you watched the show, but it also gave you not enough to where you feel like you know exactly what happened, so you don't need to watch the show. So it was perfect in between.
I agree. Dizzy, what you think?
It brought back so many memories. Like, I was one of the people. I hopped right on the Game of Thrones train like right away because I was such a fan of the books. And it's just like every episode had a moment where you're like, what?
What?
Right.
What am I looking at? What just happened? Why? And like,
right.
Do not get attached to anyone.
That was the rule.
That is the rule.
I remember when I first started watching Game of Thrones, which I don't think I watched the first 2 episodes. I think I was told late to go watch this show. Mm-hmm. I did wind up catching the first 2 episodes later, but that's neither here nor there. But the episode that I got to was when they pushed Bran out of the tree.
No, not out of the tree, off the tower.
Off the tower, yeah.
And he broke everything, right?
Everything.
So that was my introduction to Game of Thrones. And at that point, I realized, we're going to have to watch this.
I shouldn't say this.
Of course you
do. Oh, but you're
Come
gonna.
Already.
But everything makes sense now. That was the episode that you came in on. Because we all know what happened before that. we all know we all know somebody was getting it in. And we all know who's sponsoring your.
I didn't even think about that, honestly.
And we look, hold on, wait a minute. And we know how they was getting it in, and we know who your sponsor is for your stream this evening. Don't be glad.
All right, so look. This is what happened. I had a friend of mine, right? And she's the worst Destiny 2 player of all time. And I believe, Troy, you know who I'm talking about. But she'll remain nameless right now. But she was the one that was like, you know what?
To protect the innocent.
No, it's not you.
I was like, I hope it's not me.
You're way better than her. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But anyway, look. Okay, I'm going to tell you how much better you are than her, right? If I told you, press the A button, you know what that means, right?
Yes.
She did.
She thought she played better high than she did unhigh. And she
I still feel like you could be talking about me.
Trust me, we're not.
Why
do you keep describing me? Okay, go on, but this is the person that is not me because I know where the A button is. I know where the A button is.
And she told me, hey, I've been watching this show called Game of Thrones. You should check it out. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I started watching it, and I was hooked. But it happened to be on that episode.
I'm gonna tell you, man. In full disclosure, I knew about it. I knew about the lead up. I was at the time I was a library technician, so it was a bunch of us book nerds. We knew about it and we knew it was coming. But I had my reservations because up to that point, my favorite show of all time was The Wire, right? And Wire to my at this point, The Wire was like the best thing that I had ever seen, and I just doubted that HBO could top it. After the first episode of Game of Thrones, I knew they had done it.
Yep.
Right?
You know what's crazy, dog? Let's think about this for 3 seconds. And I'm going to give you what should be in everybody's top 5 of TV shows of all time.
All right, let's go.
3 of them HBO has.
Okay.
Right? The Wire.
Yep.
The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. All 3. HBO.
That's like a really, really strong hand, really. You gotta throw 24 in there.
Yeah.
Back in the heyday.
What is your objective?
And what is your objective? and you gotta throw in the first season of Heroes.
Yeah, I love that show.
After that, it just
I mean, a lot of people would say Seinfeld, The Office. That's not really my style. Either one of those shows.
You guys are making me like. You guys watch grown-up TV.
Okay, Em. What you be watching?
So I'm like, okay, so like my favorite shows of all time is obviously Game of Thrones. It's up there. But then I've got like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched that shit from episode 1 to episode, 1,000,000. And then I read the comics afterwards.
That's what Smallville?
No Smallville. You know what? Me and some guys down the road, we were talking about this the other day. We were all sitting around a bonfire and we were talking about TV and they were talking about Smallville. And I'm like, I never watched it because I think it was like in a weird competing time slot around the Buffy time slot. Mm-hmm. And I made my choice.
Do you mess with Superman at all?
I'm not really DC.
Alright, so like, here's the thing.
Smart girl.
Here's the thing. Do you have Hulu?
Hulu, no. All right, here's what I got. I got Netflix, I got Paramount, I got Disney, I got Prime, I got Funimation, I got Crunchyroll.
Hey, Miss Lady.
Miss Lady.
Welcome.
Hey there. So, like, obviously, I don't watch grown-up television, apparently. Like, you guys are talking about this.
I mean, this is like, I'm hearing a lot of anime. By the way, is the Dragon Ball movie going to be on Funimation? Is that, like, what's happening?
I don't know if it's going to be on Funimation.
I'm about to say, I'm going to have to add that to my list if that's it. But anyway, look, we're talking about Game of Thrones today.
Yes.
And I'm off course as hell. But we're going to get back on.
That's what we do.
It is what we do. But we're going to get back on the train the right way.
All right,
here,
I will endeavor to resist side paths.
That's not. You're not gonna make that beyond 10 minutes.
I mean, like literally.
Yeah, like that's gonna be 10 minutes long.
She's gonna have it just like that dog. Squirrel.
Like, okay, don't look at anything. Just focus. Game of Thrones. Yay! Let's go.
I don't think so.
I'm not.
So
I'm not taking them odds.
All right. So the next clip is a heartbreaking clip.
Well, why you gotta do that to me?
Real heartbreaking clip.
Joffrey gets killed?
No, man, that ain't heartbreaking.
That's not heartbreaking at all. We were rooting for that.
That was, matter of fact, that was a letdown. That was the first letdown Game of Thrones gave me.
Oh, you wanted him to die more.
I wanted him to like burn, shot, ate up, chopped up.
You went down pretty nasty and pretty epically.
I mean, you know,
it was satisfying to me. He got what he deserved.
It was cathartic.
He got choked out.
But this next clip, and I think this next clip is just long enough that right afterwards we have to go into the blast status of the week.
No way, we're not doing this week.
But
it really is that quick. Like,
yeah. But at the end of the day, the moral of this story is finish the fight before you start talking smack.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yes, indeed. Outside to the campfire.
Looks like very light armor.
I like to move around.
You could at least wear a helmet. You shouldn't drink before a fight.
You learned this during your years in the fighting pits. I always drink before a fight.
It could get you killed. It could get me killed.
Today is not the day I die.
You're going to fight that?
I'm going to kill that.
He's the biggest man I've ever seen.
Size does not matter when you are flat on your back.
Thank the gods.
That was a true pimp statement.
And man,
right?
We gather to ascertain
the
guilt
way,
or innocence of this man, Tyrion Lannister. May the mother grant them mercy. May the father give them such justice as they deserve. And may the warrior guide the hand of our champion.
Like, shut up, old man.
Shut up. Let's get it on.
Don't leave me alone in this world.
Never. Have they told you who I am?
Some dead man.
I am the brother of Elia Martel. And do you know why I've come all the way to this stinking shit pile of a city? For you? I'm going to hear you confess before you die. You raped my sister. You murdered her. You killed her children. Say it now and we can make this quick. Say it. You raped her? You murdered her? You killed her children. You raped her! You murdered her! You killed her children! Dying? No, you can't die yet. You haven't confessed. Say it. Say her name. Elia Martel. You raped her. You killed her children. Elia Martel. Who gave you the order? Who gave you the order? Say her name! You raped her! You murdered her! You killed her children! Say it. Say her name. Say it!
Elia Martel. I killed her children. That I raped her. That I smashed her head in like this.
Gods have made their will known. Tyrion Lannister, in the name of King Tommen of the House Baratheon, first of his name, you are hereby sentenced to death.
Well, I don't think D-Ray has ever said any more true words than what happened to my boy the Viking. Do not talk trash till the job is done.
I remember being at home watching this going to saying to myself, apparently he had never seen the George Foreman fight. and Michael Moore, back in the day, Michael Moore was tagging George Foreman the entire fight, and all it took was that one uppercut. Fight was over.
Yep.
I mean, look, man, that's how it is. If you're fighting for real, if you're fighting to the death like that, and you have an opportunity to get the job done, you might want to consider taking that before you start talking big trash. That's all I'm saying.
Or stab him in the elbow or something.
So, one of the things about that clip that I think that was very interesting that most people may not fully get if they haven't watched the show is that not only was this guy fighting for the honor of his sister, but he was fighting for Tyrion Lannister as his champion. and if he were to lose, Tyrion Lannister would be sentenced to death. However, through some shenanigans by his brother,
shenanigans,
was able to escape, and that's another thing, and we'll talk about that a little bit, probably a little bit later, as he's going to be seen throughout the show.
Boy, that is a hell of a transition, Glass.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Blast Artist of the Week. It is time. I know y'all have been ready for this. I've been ready for this because I'm told this is a special. So, let's see what's popping.
This is Dizzy Day.
No.
Demi Day.
The hell?
With Sin.
Out here worse than politicians. Churches out here always politicking. Careful now, I hope you pay attention. Damnation just by way of sinning. No more compromising on a contradiction. Condemnation, never my petition. War cry for every bully victim, every outsider to the holy schism. No more praying time, no more Hail Marys. Read between the lines of how you fail Mary. Digging up every demon buried. This is poltergeist, this a Lord scary. Hope you understand. None of this was ever God's plan. Hate that you put it in God's hand. I'm not even sure that God can save you from all of the mess you made. Protect you from your own grave, punish you for every hand laid, every own slave, every bone slayed, every loan paid by a warped spirit. Prophesying and I hope you hear it. The gate is high and you won't clear it, but never mind cause you don't fear it. Free minds will never go near it. Got a better story, less bloody, less gory, better version of a sacred glory. Truth to power so you can't ignore me. Your holy scripture wasn't written for me by default. Time to put it on recall. Nothing we could ever resolve. Repentance now for each and every sin. Christ is coming, this could be the end. Y'all the ones who said he'd come again. Playing games that you could never win. You don't know the Lord. Shame you open those church doors. Shame you kneeled on those cursed floors. Pity you can't buy your purse more. Preaching the gospel that's dangerous. Telling these groups that they ain't enough. Saying you love but you hated us. For living the way God created us. We were made from dust to live our best life. You so worried about the next life. You forget life when it's right there. Congregation is a nightmare. Never witness any light there. Only darkness. Lost track of where your heart is. But swear to God you all martyrs. That theology is toxic. Salvation your target. Love a way better topic. But you be struggling to market. So you produce a different harvest. One that fills up your pockets. Pass the plate for that offering. Bet it go round. Crosses up with your face down. Praying for what you can't face now. Search for a soul that ain't been found. Sinner standing on thin ground. Sinner standing on thin ground.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so first off, whoa. I mean,
that was awesome.
She has like a Kendrick Lamar type of, you know what I'm saying? That gritty, that she. All right, shout out to Demi W track. Appreciate the flavor in that one, man.
Yes, indeed. And if I could be so bold to say, Melon straight out freaked our sound system because my headphones ain't never knocked like this, boy.
Yeah, I was feeling that too, bro.
Whoa.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Absolute facts.
Goodness.
You left my camera on so I couldn't do my ridiculous dances.
I was bowing my head. Everybody saw.
I was just like, you can't do the dizzy dances. You can't do the dizzy dances.
hey, go ahead and do the disclaimer before I go into go into a sidecar.
The disclaimers, meaning the views and opinions.
No, man. The blast started.
It means the blast
thing.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
disclaimer. Hey, we had to have a shenanigan some kind of way. Anyway,
Wait a minute, Doc.
if you are an artist or even an upcoming comedian that would like to get some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com, register as an artist for free. That's right, free. And that's blastmusic247.com. And what's the rest, Mr. Glass?
Changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Boom.
Phew, dang, I can't believe that. But anyway, no. When you watch something that you are a part of, I still get chills watching that video.
That was fire, dude.
Yeah, and shout out to my family that was in the video, my wife, my daughters, my son with the duct tape on his mouth. That was an awesome experience. Shout out to Demi.
Big
wow,
up to
man. And bro, that's a fire track. Like, damn. All right. You know what I'm saying? that, bro, you don't even have to sell that. Like, if you were listening to that through this GLASSHouse episode, man, you ain't even got to sell it. Go Spotify, go hit up Blast, go do whatever you got to do. Get you some Demi in your life, bro.
No doubt.
Hey, I'm going to use that. I'm going to tell her, get you some Demi in your life.
Shout out to her. That was fire. I might have to go put that on my playlist. I ain't even lying to you.
That's what I'm doing right now. Like, I've got you guys up on this monitor over here, Spotify. I'm like, where is she?
That is from Demi. Let's see. I think that was an actual single. So it'll be Sin and an actual single on Spotify. But she did have an EP called Plans. She has another one on there. She has a bunch of music out there. So go check it out. Cop it.
Please do, guys. All right, so
the next scene that we have is arguably one of those scenes in a TV show that everybody stops and remembers where they were when this actually happened.
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
I present to you this.
So That was, in my opinion, the greatest scene in the history of television. And I'm going to explain why, and then I'm going to pass it over to everybody else so they can have their 2 cents on that scene. But, okay. That was the culmination of Arya Stark becoming what she wanted to become. She wanted to become the greatest warrior in Westeros. And in that moment, she was. She wanted to avenge her family. And in that moment, she did. She wanted to protect her family. And in that moment, she protected not only Jon Snow, not only Sansa, not only herself, but Bran, who was, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the Night King was up on him. That was going down. And Arya comes out of nowhere and using her knowledge with the drop dagger, which she learned seasons before. This is masterfully done, by the way, guys.
Indeed.
Masterfully done, because they showed her learning that trick, and then they show her using that trick to devastate the entire army of the night in one blow.
Yes, indeed.
Greatest scene in television. All right, Dizzy, talk to me.
I remember watching that, and I remember when he caught her, right? And I was sitting on the couch watching it with Sam. I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is when my favorite character dies, right? This is it. She's made it this far, and she's toast now. And then you see the dagger, that fall of the dagger. I lost my shit. I jumped up on the couch. I was like, oh, yeah! Like I was screaming at the television. Sam's like, you are way too invested in this show. I'm like, I don't care. She's about to kill him. Like I lost my mind. Like they twisted around so much. Like my heart was in my. It was just like up in my throat. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's about to die. It was just like, and I lost my mind.
D-Ray, talk to me.
Man, well, first of all, I remember the night before this episode came on, I remember the Vegas odds. It was such a big episode that they actually had bets in Vegas on who was going to die on this episode, right?
Yeah,
and
I remember this.
The Arya was on that list that they were like, we think she's going to die. It was like maybe 12-1 that she wasn't going to make it. And so when the scene happened, I remember saying to myself, why would you do that? And he caught her in midair. And then I remembered, oh, she did the move. Because I think she killed somebody else with that same move. Right?
She beat the blonde knight with it. Remember?
Right. Yeah. So she had killed somebody else with the move. And I was like, yo. And then I heard this collective eek all over America. And it was all nerds all over the country that watching Game of Thrones had made a collective eek when that happened. So yeah, that was a great.
That
moment.
was me. That was what you heard was me.
Hey, no, that was all in North America then. Yeah.
Talk to me. What was you saying when you saw that?
Well, let me tell you, I remember feeling such a despair for humankind because my man, who was the dude that loved Khaleesi?
I know who you're talking about.
I liked him a lot too.
Sir Jorah.
Yeah, Jorah.
And he was in there fighting hard, doing good. Jon Snow, I was like, even Tyrion was getting some, and I was like, man, all hope is lost. What's going to change the outcome? And I really, honestly, I didn't see Arya as being the one to do it. I did not at all. So watching everything play out and just try to understand why would she make all that noise to get captured. And then I see that knife in slow-mo drop, and I'm still not registering anything yet until she stabbed him. And I was like, man, I never saw that coming. So
what a moment.
Kudos on that. That was a lot better than Jon Snow and old girl getting killed. That was stupidest.
And see, and I bring that, I'm glad you brought that up because I think this is where Game of Thrones sort of. They got lazy.
It crescendoed at that moment,
right? And it wasn't supposed. It really wasn't. You were supposed to go bigger after this moment.
Which moment?
Yeah, you're supposed to go
the
bigger.
Night King's death.
No,
yeah.
After which? After the Night King's death. Okay.
Yeah. You were supposed to go bigger, and instead they went smaller.
Yeah.
You know, and
it was a wind down.
Right, and we're not going to even bring up the Starbucks cup.
Before we get off of this scene, I got to tell you guys one more thing. I'm watching this. I'm watching the nightfall, right? Everybody else in my house is dead asleep, right? It's like, at that point, it was like 11 o'clock or so. Everybody, I was like, bro, audibly out loud as hell. I'm like, oh shit! And everybody was like, what the hell, bro? Oh, man. All right.
And I know somebody said government name.
Yeah.
Why are you using such language?
Well, see, here's the thing. My dad watched Game of Thrones. So he came in and he saw and he was like, I understand.
Man, look. Yeah, no doubt. So we said all that to say, yeah, and this was one of those great moments. I was going to put the clip of what happened to Daenerys and that end. I couldn't get the clip done in time. Sorry. Uh-oh. So and most of us who watch Game of Thrones, we know how it ended.
We know what it was.
Yeah, you know what it was. And so when this was first announced, I think a lot of us, and maybe it's just me, but a lot of us had a little bit of reservation because it was like, it didn't end well. It didn't end like it was supposed to end.
I like how it ended.
But also, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. We're also now hearing rumblings that whole cast and crew will be coming back for Jon Snow's sequel series.
Facts.
Which I think, if you're, an intelligent fan, is kind of their way of telling us, yeah, we messed that up. Let's get back right and end it like it's supposed to end with a new series.
You think they're fireflying it?
I really do. I think what's going to wind up happening is they're going to pick up exactly where they left off with that and redo some of the things that they should have done in the beginning by telling you more of the story with Jon Snow's exit. And my personal guess is that he'll come back to Westeros at some point and he'll have to do battle with something or somebody to help out either the North or the entirety of the continent.
I don't know how I feel about this whole Jon Snow thing. I didn't particularly like his character.
Oh, wow. Really?
Wait.
No, Glass, you will not pray.
Please help Dizzy understand what good television is. For she does not know.
One day, please allow an opinion that does not result in Vic inventing a new god for his pantheon. Just let me have an opinion.
Man, bro. All right, look. Why did you dislike Jon Snow's character?
I felt like, well, first of all, he always looked like someone had just taken his puppy and kicked it repeatedly in front of him. Like,
because they did.
He was constantly like, this was the Jon Snow face, like constantly like.
Well, he was
okay.
But if you got called a bastard every other sentence,
exactly. They literally kicked his puppy hundreds of times in that show.
Right. But it's just like, and it was just like, I felt like his story, like I wasn't invested in his story. Like, you know who I think should have their own series? It's Arya.
Tyrion.
That would be my second choice.
Because that's her saying she's going to the new world and everything. I want to follow her there and see what shit she gets
here's the
into.
thing. This is the opportunity with the Jon Snow series is I'm willing to bet because Maisie and the old boy that plays Jon Snow, I can't remember his name, Kit Harington. Kit Harington are actually close in real life. I'm willing to bet that they will be in that series together at some point. And we will get to see what Arya is up to later on in her life, which I think would be super dope. I still don't understand how you don't like Jon Snow. It's just
hey Veep, I heard what you said. You wanted a Tyrion series. Yeah,
I love Peter Dinklage.
Now that would be an OnlyFans Game of Thrones series right there.
If it's the drunk Tyrion, yes.
No, we need a series, right? We need a series with just like the three guys, kind of like 2.5 Men. Okay, like you've got Tyrion, you've got freaking Podrick. I want Podrick in there, and then I want Sir
Brom.
I just want those three, a whole series of those three.
That was my boy.
Yeah,
Bron was my boy, for real.
All right, Bron, I love Bron.
Okay, but here's the problem with that. There's no Jon Snow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Dizzy. Your opinion on Jon Snow is such the minority that it's going to be hard to write anything that involves Game of Thrones with those characters because we know they're in the same universe, right? We know that Brom and Tyrion and whoever, Podrick, right? We know that they exist when Jon Snow exists. So if you're gonna write a series based on those three characters,
I just don't want it to be like
everyone in the world is gonna be like, "Yeah, what happened to Jon Snow?"
He came back. He banged his aunt. That's how it went down. That was Jon Snow.
That's Game of Thrones for you.
But I'm okay with my opinion being unpopular. It's just like how Dina kind of got into it when I said I hate Sansa and wanted her to die.
Oh boy.
See? I knew who I was triggering.
Glass, bow your head. In the name of all things Sansa, what you not gonna do?
Yeah, I know who I'm triggering with that.
Hey. Before we go, we got about 8 minutes.
Right.
Why don't we play the clip of House of Dragons that will be debuting in a week?
This Sunday.
I want to say we forgot one thing, and we false advertised last week. I apologize to all the viewers out there because I think we said on last week's show that we were going to play the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. And we forgot that one. I forgot that one. So that's on me.
I didn't forget it. I wanted Dizzy to stay a virgin. All right, so here we go. Here we go. House of Game of Thrones.
He's afoot.
The dream. It was clearer than a memory. And I heard the sound of thundering hooves, splintering shields and ringing swords. And I placed my heir upon the Iron Throne. And all the dragons roared as one.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession.
Who else would have a claim?
The firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
The king has an heir, Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out.
You are the king. Your duty is to take a new wife.
I have decided to name a new heir. I'm your heir.
War is afoot.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne, because that is the order of things.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Your family has dragons.
They are a power men should never have trifled with.
If Rhaenyra comes into power, she could cut off any challenge to her succession.
I am to inherit the Iron Throne. She will block my way.
Our hearts remain as one.
Oh, our hearts were never one. Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne? Where is duty? Where is sacrifice? Now they see you as you are.
Wait.
Whoops.
Not again.
Wow.
All right,
We got to
so
think of that.
if you're not fired up for that series after watching that trailer, then you're clearly just not a fan of the genre,
Facts.
and I excuse you from this discussion. However, if you're like me and you need some House of Dragons in your life, it's gonna happen very soon. Make sure y'all are subscribed to HBO Max, where you can catch it, man, because I'm excited to see this show.
Hey, we all family. I trust y'all opinion. Y'all think I would look good with them bright white dreadlocks? That dude was about my complexion. I think I'm gonna dye my hair.
Like you need to go get a wig, and we need to determine this. And when we have a review of the first episode, you are wearing it.
Okay, so listen.
I like that.
Listen here, guys.
Amazon right now.
Yeah, I think we found something. This has to happen now.
Yep. We done opened the door.
Yes, we have.
We have to cosplay for the first episode.
We gotta walk through that mofo.
You gotta cosplay. I feel it in my bones.
I don't know if I can cosplay as a super pale person.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was basically our run through of Game of Thrones. If we didn't happen to hit your favorite moment, understand we are, have to be within an hour of our time, because trust me, there's about a bazillion more things that I would have loved to talk to you guys about when it comes to Game of Thrones. However, with House of Dragon coming up soon, I do believe we will revisit this topic again. Okay, so hopefully you guys will see some of your favorite moments, and hopefully some new moments from the new show will be in there too. And when that does go down, I got my boy David, I got my boy D-Rated Producer, and I got my girl Dizzy, and we gonna chop it up for y'all like we always do.
So, another amazing show once again.
I
hope you guys.
I don't know what you guys are doing the clocks, because there's no way that was an hour.
I hope you guys enjoyed this one, because it's one of those topics that for me, because I watched Game of Thrones and I enjoyed it so much, it has a special place in the pantheon of things that I talk about on this show. Like y'all know, when we started this show, it was supposed to be all things gaming, but it has morphed because
evolved.
The people on the show, but you guys out there who watch, you guys have told, hey man, do other stuff. We like other stuff too. It's got to be, and we're trying to bring it to you. So if you guys are out there and you're listening to us either on Blast Radio, which by the way, if you're not listening to us on Blast Radio, what the hell are you doing? All right, go top up on the Blast Radio, bro. But anyway, if you're listening to my voice right now, any way you can get it, hit us with some topics, bro. If you guys want something discussed on this show, listen, man, I'm pretty sure you guys know all of our Twitters. If you don't, mine is Mr. Glass Gaming YT. You can find me over there. And hit me up with some topics that you want to see from the GLASSHouse. We'll be glad to do it for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was an entire hour. V, what you got to say to the people before we roll out?
We love y'all. Peace out.
Dizzy.
Thank you for letting us do a Game of Thrones episode again.
D-Ray.
We out here, and we out of here. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, man. right. GG, my G's. I appreciate all of you guys. Love y'all.
GG, my G.
GG, my G. Later.
Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to GLASSHouse.
Ooh, I tell you, Melon's sound system is ridiculous.
We're still on.
It's
we're
off.
still live. Hi guys.
We're still hey y'all.
Welcome to the after party.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
I said I was
so.
gonna end it. Oh well. Melon
Hey, you
didn't
thought
end
we
it.
was gone.
They know. Oh well, stop this.